Hi, my name's Candace. I'm your Friday sub on the Pagan Perspective. This week we had two questions from Phil Crow. I'm going to read both of the questions to you first, and then I'll go on to answer them. So question number one was, what are the best online communities right now? When I used to practice, internet wasn't exactly like it is now, and I never really bothered looking. I've only found a few forums, and they are not very active. I'm just surprised that a solid and active online community forum/site isn't more obvious to find. And question number two is, my ultimate goal is to open a ritual tool shop. It will have ritual tools for every path. I want to carry pentacles right next to crucifixes, next to yarmulkes, right next to a deck of tarot, right next to some rosary beads, etc., etc. My question is, what is it that is usually lacking in mystic shops most commonly? My local mystic shop acts as if capitalism belongs in the broom closet and just sort of skirts on the edges of witchcraft items. What do you think is the most likely cause for this? Am I missing something, or are people just not doing it right? Okay, kind of long, but I'm going to start off with the first question. First of all, I don't follow pagan online communities. I guess I read a lot of blogs and things like that. The one site that I do follow is Witchbox. I find it really helpful. On Witchbox, you can actually choose your state or your province, and you can go from there to find shops, different communities, forums. They have a lot of local things if that's what you're looking for. In all reality, I think that YouTube is the best online community there is. That's how I've met a lot of people, like-minded individuals, I guess. Now, the two questions, my answers kind of tie into each other, and I'll explain that later. Now, I think maybe the reason why the communities aren't very strong or active may be because we are technically the minority. Other religions and paths are a lot more popular, and there's a lot more followers. Now, I was watching another sub, Megan, her video on the same subject, and I'm just going to quote Megan. She said, this is about your shop that you would like to open, about having all the ritual tools together, Christianity, paganism, Judaism, whatever it be. She said that Christians in general are not huge fans of going into occult shops. And I would have to agree for the most part with that. There are some open-minded Christians, but usually if a Christian sees a tarot deck next to a rosary, I think that might frighten them away. For the most part, some of the Christians that I know, my beliefs totally go against what they believe in. And in all reality, we wouldn't be friends if we couldn't put that behind us and respect each other. Now, another thing too is that I find there's not many shops around. I live in a small town, and I've found a couple of shops online through Witchbox, but there aren't very many around. Like, if I want to go to a shop, an actual Wiccan shop, it would take me an hour and a half almost drive to get there. And by Wiccan shop, I mean, like, that's what they cater to. They don't have anything else in there. It's just all pagan, Wiccan related items. Like other shops, I guess I do have other shops closer to me, but they're more New Age shops, and I'm starting to think that maybe that's what your local shop is. Maybe it's not an actual Wiccan shop. Like you said that they don't have any many witchcraft items. Well, if they're not specifically geared for Wiccans, they're not going to have that. If it's just a New Age shop, they'll have a lot of incense and things like that, but they're not going to have like altars or wands or anything like that. So maybe that could be it too, is that your local shop just isn't an actual Wiccan shop, because like I said, there's lots of shops around here that I could go to that I probably could pick up some things. Like there's a shop right in my town that I could go get sage, but they're not a pagan or Wiccan shop. They're actually more of a natural healing shop. So you kind of have to think about it that way too, that maybe that's just not what they cater to. So to tie all of these questions into one answer, I'd have to say that my answer is we are the minority. We do not take up a big percentage of the community anywhere. For an example, if you opened a mystic shop in the middle of a Christian community, it's probably not going to do so well, because people aren't going to be coming in because they're not interested. So in order to open a mystic shop, or a Wiccan shop, I guess I can say, is you would have to be centered in a pagan community. So I guess if you do open your shop, one thing that I do find lacking to the very few shops that I've been to is community. I find that they don't organize any gatherings or anything like that to actually get the pagan or Christian, well, I guess Christians have church to meet people, but for the most part, to get a pagan community together. So if you are going to open a shop that does cater to all of the religious ritual tools, maybe a way to get everyone together for religious respect, really, would be to hold an event for religious tolerance or something like that. And that way everyone in the community could get to know each other, and maybe, if a Christian wasn't comfortable with the way pagans live, they might get to know each other and realize, like, we all have our own beliefs. It's all about respect, and I think that we could all learn something from that. So I hope that I answered all of your questions accordingly, and I hope I could be a little bit of help. To all your future endeavors, I wish you success. I hope everyone has a great day, and I'll see you at the end of next month. Thanks. Blessed be. Bye.